Hey, how you doing? Oh, yeah, the reflection. God, that's why I never wear my glasses in the video. I wear glasses all the time, but if I wear them in the video, it would be very, very irritating for anybody to watch. So I'm glad I don't watch this, or I wouldn't get any viewers at all. Um, so this is a 14 bands. Haven't done one in a long time, and I'm gonna start doing like a bunch and it's like storing them on the computer, just so when I do get a chance, I can do it. So I had to do this kind of briefly. So sorry if there ain't the greatest bands on here, but I did give a great selection to choose from. So I'm gonna work from the bottom this time because the top two are the best fucking bands ever. Oh, sorry, I cussed. My bad. Um, these bands, oh my god, they're the best. So I'm gonna work my way up or work from the bottom. Number 14 is Andrew WK. If you don't know who Andrew WK is, he's a big punk guy. Uh, he kind of, I almost want to give him credit for him and Green Day, but Green Day kind of started and they got all mainstreamy. But NWK is actually the guy who came in like a boom with let's I think let's have a party or let's party with the song, and really slammed like the punk right into the mainstream and got it huge like really freaking quick. That's all I'm saying. So if you've never heard Andrew WK, definitely check out the link below. It's for him, a song called "She Is Beautiful." Pretty good song, punk song. There you go. Then I went to a group called the Man Fatality. And I do this every once in a while, and I'll probably get a response from them. I'll be surprised if I don't. And if you watch this, the reason why I put these bands that nobody's never heard of, or a band who basically just started probably like a year ago, or has been having rough patches with singers and things like that. I'm assuming what happened with Man Fatality, or either the other guy that was singing is in the group playing an instrument now. But I don't know. Anyway, whatever the case may be, with this band, the Fatality um, had a singer, and it kind of reminds me of the way I started because I do sing, and I was in a band. Don't have a band currently, but I do write music and sing music and post it on YouTube every once in a while. So definitely check out my music. You'll probably have to go way back to check out the music, but I believe it is on my playlist. So if you do want to check out my music, there you go. But it kind of reminds me of me when I first started because my let's say how to work the microphone and things like that. It's really really a big part of being in a band. And this group kind of like I kind of look at it and I'm like, wow, this kind of doesn't look like the band I was in before. And I won't mention the name of the band; it doesn't make any difference. It's irrelevant. But it kind of reminds me of me where I kind of like was not very self confident. I guess I don't want to say that that guy is, but I'm just saying it looks that way. He does not. He doesn't feel like he's very confident on stage, and that's one thing that if they do watch this, that's the thing that he needs to work on. And it takes time. It took me since basically 1 or 2 years after I left the group to really really get my confidence in my singing ability and be able to tell people, yeah, I sing. I don't care. If you want to hear me, go here we go, check it out. And I've never really got up and performed in front of a huge crowd, but I believe if I did, I would probably have the self confidence to be able to perform better than what I did before. Um, because I've really never put on a show or never been in a band to where I can perform like that, and they have put on I know at least one show because they recorded it and put it on YouTube. So there you go. That's definitely something he might need to work on. But I did see that. And I'm not critiquing. If you guys take it as a critique, you're a bad comment. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that way. Definitely check them out. Man Fatality. I got a link below to part 3 of the live show. So it does kind of show their music and everything. So you can check out their other videos. Don't give them shit. Check it out. Give them tips if you got any. If you've been in the band or you want to give them tips, because it looks like they may need it. They're a band trying to get off the thing, and they seem like they can play pretty guitar and everything pretty well. So there you go. Then I got a band called No Promise of Tomorrow. Pretty decent band. I'm trying to remember what the hell they sound like. Thinking they were doing a Cold Chamber cover, but I'm not sure. They're a rock band or a metal band. I'll tell you that. Definitely just check them out. I think they're a local band too, so I don't really remember what they sounded like or anything. Oh, I do remember. Okay, yeah, No Girls Till Tomorrow, really good band. I won't say they have the problems that the Man Fatality has because the dude sounds like he's pretty good. The one tip I'll give them if they watch this video is No Promise Till Tomorrow. The dude doesn't move very much. You need to move your head, headbang. Don't look like a retard when you're headbanging either. You just gotta make sure to flow with the song and things like that. Because I know like I did perform at one place, and it only was like 4 people that was in watching us, but I did perform with the guy who owned this celebrity club in Rushville called the Wolves Club, and I did get up and perform with the band I was in at the time, and that's really the only show experience I've had performing for maybe like a handful of people. Um, but I mean, it wasn't really a show; it was just like a jamming, and I got up there, and when I sang the Skin Lab song. I got down on my hands and knees. I was screaming and shit like that, And that's the things you gotta do. You gotta like kind of, move with the music. Be able to, I don't want to sound gay. But you want to groove with the music. That's what you want to do. So, tips to No Promise Tomorrow. The music is great. I think the singer just needs a little bit more confidence and a little bit of movement factor, and that would be, the thing. You don't want a singer stand up there going. Whoa, you don't want to do that. And that's the problem I had when I was at the band. And, I could sing or I could scream like a mofo. They didn't think I could sing time when I was in my band. So, but that's what happened. And, moving on. Yeah. So I'd like to give tips to people sometimes, if I do. If I see the same thing that I went through, I would like to help them, so they can get over that and maybe possibly do something with their band. All right. So moving on, a great band. This is what led me to the 2 previous bands was Cold Chamber. And I'll tell you what led me to Cold Chamber in a second, because basically everything from the top maps to the bottom. So I'm working from the bottom. So Cold Chamber, great band. If you're a fan of Devil Driver, which I'm not going to talk too much about, but if you're a fan of Devil Driver, which I don't know if I've ever put them in the 14 bands before, but I will put them probably on the next one. I'll make sure that's the first band I put on there. The Cold Chamber is Dez, I think for name is Ferrara. I could be wrong. It's Dez from Cold Chamber is what led to Devil Driver. So Cold Chamber was his baby band. I don't think he's the one that created it. I believe it's the drummer Morgan. I'm not going to say any names because I'm going to mess up. The drummer from Seven Dust is married to the bassist from Cold Chamber, and I believe the bassist from Cold Chamber is the one that created Cold Chamber. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. If anybody disagrees with me or knows the correct person who created that band, because I really don't think Des created it. I think the bassist, because she writes almost. I think she wrote like all the songs and things. So, and that kind of be why the influence. You see such a big drastic jump from Cold Chamber to Devil Driver. Cold Chamber is basically a hard rock band who had like a lot of like kind of fast talking, to the band. Oh, and I didn't even tell. For Man Fatality and No Promise Tomorrow are basically like metal hard rock bands, so I won't say that. But yeah, Cold Chamber hard rock, kind a little bit of metal mixed in there. Compared to metal today, it's a lot different to what people call metal like 10 years ago. Because Korn and Limp Bizkit was kind of called metal back then, and it pissed people off. Because I mean, these kind of bands, they were around back then, but a lot of people who are into that music now listen to Korn and Cold Chamber and everything like that back in the day. The older bands. So it's kind of hard to call metal because, I mean, they were called metal, but they're honestly, they're like hard rock. But let's go on to the next band. And like I always say, and I'm going to repeat it every single time if you watch my videos a lot, I put links below them. If I didn't put links below them, I just had a brain fart and I forgot, and I apologize. And most of them I find on YouTube, so it's really easy. Just type the name in, go there, and probably like the first or second video is probably the one I chose to listen to. So there you go. Next one is Treadmill. I could not find any music in. If you type Treadmill in the freaking YouTube, you get retarded treadmill videos because of OK Go. Thank you, OK Go. I can't find any music to Treadmill because of that. Yes, there's a band called Treadmill. I don't know why. Anyway, but they did a version of Shock the Monkey, which I did not know. I figured was a cover, but I did not know who did it. Peter Gabriel did it originally, but I did not know this band did it before Cold Chamber. I believe in 1998, it said, or 97, Cold Chamber did Shock the Monkey on Chamber Music. Treadmill did it in 1995 on the compilation. So there you go. And it's actually a pretty good song. It's a kind of a hard rocky song. So hard rocky song. So definitely check out their version. I would love people to hear that. If you're a Cold Chamber fan, that have heard Shock the Monkey, because to me, that was like one of the only songs I liked on Chamber Music, and that's the only reason why I think I bought that CD 2 times. So there you go. Then we go into a band called Mixed Feelings. Couldn't find anything on this band either. But I didn't really look either. I mean, usually when you see a band, you type up, or there's usually like this is on Cover Heaven, I believe, is what the channel's called, and usually you'll see like another song by that band on the side for YouTube, and they didn't have anything, so I was like, I ain't gonna worry about it because it's probably not gonna be able to find anything anyway. Mixed Feelings is the band name, and they did a cover by Photographic, I think, by Depeche Mode. So I threw them on there. I figured, well, it's a band, they're kind of cool. Check them out. Getting a band called I can't talk at all. I always do that. That was a burp. I apologize. The Subways, the next band, and they are punk. At the beginning. I went into a punk thing, and then I weeded down. I came back to punk, and I had to get off of it. I'm like, get off of punk. I already have enough bands. So definitely check out the Subways. The video I watched was really horrible. I just put the video on there. So find another video of theirs because this video sucks. I'll tell you that. But I put the video on there. I'm sure a bunch of other videos popped up. Just find another one and check them out. They're a punk band, but that video was downright annoying. It's a live thing from some show overseas or something. And you can tell, I think, that they're like British or English bands, punk band or something. Not too bad, not too bad. Forbidden Area is the next band, number 7. Couldn't really understand what they were saying. They have other songs on YouTube. I did see. Definitely check them out. They are definitely I think like German or something, Swedish or something. They had a different language. I didn't know what it said. But I did put them on here, so definitely check them out if you're into like foreign music, stuff like that. There you go. I was gonna put the band on here, and I will say their name because I'm confused. There's a band called B12, so technically it's kind of like 15 bands. Anyway, this is just like a side note. B12, but I think there's 2 bands called B12, so I didn't want to put it on there and confuse people. There is like an African, I will say African because yeah, there's an African band. B12, I think is an African band, but also as well, there is an electronic band called B12. So definitely check those out if you want to check them out. I'm not going to put any link because it's very, very confusing. So type up B12 and you'll get an African band and then you'll get an electronic band. So there you go. I threw a couple extras on there. Because I did see them, and every time I listen to a band, I like to put them on the show. So I'm not going to make a big deal about them. I'm not going to put them on the list, but I'm sure I'll come across them again some other time and probably add them to the list anyway. But I did want to bring them up. I did come across them, and I did want to put them on this video. Number 6 would be Jude Shiels. Shiels? Something. The name's spelled on the list when you look at it. And okay. He's, just a singer, songwriter, probably type of guy. He looks like he was from, like, England or, he's Great Britain, whatever. You can tell when you listen to that kind of stuff. It's from overseas. So it looks like he was in England or the UK or something. So I'll just say UK to be safe. So definitely check him out if you like that kind of singing and stuff. I guess he has a brother or something that people don't like. I don't know what's going on with that, but definitely check him out if you want to. Next one is the Downtown County Band, and this video that I put to the link of the Downtown County Band is actually something promoting their new CD coming out or whatever. I think like 2011, but anyway, I don't know when it was uploaded. But it's actually pretty good. Just like a bluegrass type of music, so it does show music in the thing if you want to listen to what they sound like. So definitely check out the Downtown County Band. Sounds pretty good. Sound like pretty good bluegrass music if I can talk correctly. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Next band, number 4, Smartbomb, and they are punk. Check them out. I'm not gonna try and describe punk because I don't understand punk to the fullest degree, and I don't want to say something bad and misinterpret anything. I'm just going to say they're punk. Not really mainstream punk. Just punk. Okay. And the next one is After the Fall. Didn't know whether I was going to put this on there because it was number 3, but I figured, well, I'm going to put some other good bands on here too anyway, so I'll put this on there. It's like a 1.5-minute long song, and it's like fast-paced punk style, and there you go. After the Fall, definitely check them out. All right, now we're at number 1 and 2. What are number 1 and 2? Well, they coincide with each other. Number 2 is Velvet Revolver. Number 1 is Slash. The difference in the two is Velvet Revolver is a huge band, and they're still in existence, but they're on hiatus. Velvet Revolver was basically Guns N' Roses ripping out Axl, the lead singer, because Axl Rose owns the rights to Guns N' Roses. So the rest of the band is Velvet Revolver plus a singer, which they have yet to find or choose. I guess they've had a lot of auditions, and I don't know if I don't think they've chosen any singer yet. They just haven't found the guy for the right fit for the band. Um, Definitely check out Velvet Revolver. They had Scott Weiland was their singer for the first two albums, and now they're on hiatus. So until they get a new singer and until they find the right time, there you go. Number one is something that's really big. A CD is getting ready to come out if it hasn't already. It could have came out this past Tuesday. I could be wrong. I am not sure. But Slash is what he calls Slash's solo career. And what happened with Slash was that he had a band called Slash's Snake Pit. He had a singer with the band. I don't remember what it was. I'm not going to say much about it because that might be another future 14 bands band, so I might talk about maybe the next one. But Slash basically called himself Slash, and what he did is he got a guy called Miles Kennedy to be the singer for. Now I don't know if he's basically the touring singer, so I don't know if on the new CD whether he, I believe he had like abundance of singers like he did last time, because I think this is really cool about doing that Slash album. But he Miles Kennedy, the singer from Ultra Bridge, is basically the touring guitarist with when he does the tour for this album. But he has other singers come in and do songs with him. He had the singer from Wolfmother come on there. He has a singer from Maroon 5, Adam Levine, which you would know him from The Voice. He's on there. He came in and did a song. Fergie came in and did a song, and surprisingly enough, that song was actually pretty decent. People give Slash credit and Fergie credit for doing an awesome song on a hard rock album, to say the least. So he has these great songs on the CD. So if you have never heard the last Slash CD, definitely go check that out. It has "By the Sword" by I think that's the one with Wolfmother, and it has the one that's really big is "Back from Cali." And no, it's not the same thing as "Back from Cali" from I think Old Cool J or whatever. Not the same song, different song. Miles Kennedy does that song on the CD. It's amazing. It's probably the best song on there. The singer from I don't remember know his name. The singer from Avenged Sevenfold has a song on there. It was awesome as well. Those two are probably my favorite songs on the CD. But then he's got a new one coming out, and it's supposed to be really, really good. People, That Metal Show was talking about it, saying that, the three songs that they heard were unbelievable. So, really, really dying to hear the songs. I haven't really heard too much. I heard a little bit of the song with Miles Kennedy in it. I think it's something about lies or something like that. Really, really good. So definitely, if you haven't heard any of Slash's material, definitely go out and check that out. Almost a 20-minute video for 14 bands. Wow, that's got to be like I don't know if I ever went that long before. I usually try and keep it quick to the point, but with Slash being very current right now, one to get this 14 bands, I definitely want to put him on there. So he was number one. I think I'm gonna start doing the top and the bottom from now on. But what usually, like I said, what I do these lists is I start with one guy and I go to YouTube and then I find the links on the side that go with that band, and I kind of go. Then if I stay in the genre too long, I can get out, go back to the front page, and I got links to like a lot of records channels on YouTube, and that's the way I find my bands for the most part. So if I didn't have those, I wouldn't know how to do 14 minutes. I did get the infamous catalog I used to pull names from, so it will be making a return very, very soon. The Disc Makers catalog. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then oh yeah, it's gonna come back. Definitely look up some bands on there, and if they have videos on YouTube, that's how I put them on there. So if they don't have a video on YouTube, then usually they don't get on there. So there you go. Thank you for watching another 14 bands. I hope you tell everybody about 14 bands, and hope you continue to watch. And thank you. I don't know what else to say. Trying to get the subscribers up. So like I said, tell everybody. I have a Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Brad Tragick. BradTragick, just like the channel name. Follow me on Twitter. I have close to 1,200, 1,300 followers on there. I don't really know how close they follow me. I don't really say anything. I post videos and basically I say something every once in a while, but not really very often at all. I just post videos or web pages and things like that. So if you want to follow me, you want to know what I'm doing, there you go. Um, Thank you, and it's been Brad Tragick and 14 bands. Wow.